What is attachment? And now here I'm drawing mostly on the work of Patricia Crittenden and her dynamic maturational model of attachment and adaptation. So, okay, what is attachment? Attachment, kind of an emotionally laden relationship with others where one seeks safety, attunement, comfort. Secondly, attachment is a self-protective strategy where you are seeking to protect yourself in order to survive, right? And then I'll just say that obviously survival is, in a sense, the most important issue in life, right? Nothing else matters if you don't survive. And as social beings, we rely on others to survive. And this is especially the case when we're young children, because young children are not capable of taking care of themselves. Thirdly, and I think this is really where it gets interesting, and this is what I try to focus my work on with my clients, attachment conditioning has huge implications for information processing. So what does that mean? People with secure attachment are able to draw on emotional or affective information, on somatic information, and on cognitive information in a balanced and relatively non-distorted way, and also integrate that information such to respond to life in a way that is flexible and that takes in one's own interests, understands oneself, and understands others. But then what do we see in insecure attachment? We see that basically early experiences of danger, threat, brought about adaptations in the way that we process information. And those adaptations, which generally are as adaptive as possible in the childhood context, well, those adaptations then cause trouble later in life, especially in adulthood, and especially when it comes to close relationships. And so I can give an example of these types of information processing distortions. So people with anxious preoccupied attachment tend to be a little bit more labile. So this is more like kind of changeable mood. They're generally kind of over aroused in a sense. They tend to be anxious and they tend to be, again, more emotional. And they'll often kind of move between kind of a helplessness and an anger very quickly. And then they struggle with cognitive information, and then especially around temporal sequence. So like how things, like procedure, how things unfold in time. And then they struggle with integrating those two. Whereas people with this missing attachment tend to repress their own emotions and over tend to procedural information, cognitive information. And so here we actually see how there are distortions in processing information about life.